Hello there, good evening everybody, and welcome to Club Star Wars. Very exciting episode for you tonight. We're going to be joined by Spencer Wilding, aka Darth Vader from Rogue One, and here's Matt. Oh, there he is.
Hello.
He disappeared for a second.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm back.
I was like, we're just about to go live and he disappeared. I was like, oh! Oh no. So yeah, I think anyway, without further ado, after last week and us playing for time and all that stuff, I think we should bring Spencer on. So we've done knock something a little bit special up for him. So check this out.
Boom.
Here he is, Spencer Wilding.
Here he is.
How are you doing, man?
There he is.
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Doing well. Doing really good.
Welcome to Club Star Wars. We're very happy to have you here.
Yeah, long time
no
see.
Sounds a bit. It's catching up. It's probably all my end, but it's trying to catch up, I think. But yeah, cheers, boys.
No worries. Yeah,
I'll drink to that.
You. I'll drink to that. Yeah, we'll take. Sorry, go on.
This
Matt.
is a thing, isn't it? This is a thing with what's going on. Everybody's trying to video call one another and all the technical difficulties and all that sort of stuff.
Real bad.
We'll get through it. We'll get through it.
We will get through it. And, you know, it's worthwhile. It's keeping everyone connected, isn't it? So
Yeah.
we do appreciate you taking the time out, Ben, and coming on to see us. So let's start with a really nice, easy question. Like, I know that you were involved in other things
I
before.
can't hear you, boys. It's really bad. It's a
Okay.
really bad line, man.
I'll speak up. Okay?
Really bad.
I'll speak up. So I know that you were involved in other things before you were involved in the movies. What was the first thing that you saw in the movies that made you interested in the movies? Was it like a certain actor or a particular hero that you had that made you interested in the movies?
What I heard of that, I think what made me be interested in becoming into the movie industry. Give me a nod, if that's right. If that's what I heard. Yes. Okay. Yes. Well, when I was a kid, always wanted to be in the movies, a stuntman, whatever, you know. I was a massive fan of the Equalizer, I love Monkey Magic, things like that. And I loved the original Star Wars, you know. And I just found it so fascinating. And but it was a dream. It was a dream that I went chasing and I caught, you know. But I had to go into the sports world because that was going to be my I come in the back way sort of thing, because I didn't come through no drama school, nothing like that. At the time, we had nobody in the family that was in the industry. So when I became the Welsh British kickboxing champion, I got signed up with the sports agency, and then that's how I got into the industry. And obviously, my first role was playing the werewolf in the Prison of Azkaban. Then I got Batman Begins and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Battle from Grendel, and then it just went off. You know, it's just and the journey's still it's still going.
Still going. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's brilliant. So, how did the first job and how did the Harry Potter thing come about? Because you were doubling for the werewolf, weren't you, in Prison of Azkaban? Is that right?
Yeah, well, when I got signed up, my first agency was called Sports Workshop in Crystal Palace in London. At the time, you know, I've done lots of Q&As. Everybody knows about my disability, my dyslexia. You know, I'm handling it a lot better now, but it's something that doesn't go away. But at the time, I couldn't read or write, man. 32 years old, could not read or write. I used to read Thomas the Tank Engine books, man. You know, and I could read them really bad at 32. It's just the way my cookie crumbled, man. I was more physical, you know. Struggled in school and high school and the you know, going to college and stuff like that. I failed in everything, you know, because I couldn't read or write. I was just rolling with it. So I found the sports world, and then obviously when I come to Welsh and British champion, I got signed up to the sports workshop. But they were sending things like Snatch and things like that, and I was getting that. I didn't know how to act. I couldn't know how to read. So I was like, what, you know? So the industry went very quiet with me in the beginning for like 12 months before I even heard of my audition, another audition. So when I got the audition for the werewolf, that's how I was going to get into the industry, through the physicality and learn more with the reading along the line. It worked for me, you know. Now I hold my own with the big boys, so it's great. Yeah. But when I got the role, we filmed in we auditioned in Leaf Studio, which is Harry Potter world now. So I went there. There's a room of 30 odd people, very famous actors and stuff. And I was going, wow, it's him, you know. And then we got a call back a week later, and then there was half the room had disappeared. And like, where's everybody going? Because I knew nothing about it, you know. And then I got the role, me and Marnix van der Broek, a Dutch ballet dancer from London. And yeah, we trained for 3 months to become the werewolf, because it's very, very physical. We were inside a suit where we could hardly breathe or see. So you had to be very, very fit for it. We were walking on stilts. So 99% of the wolf you see on Harry Potter is CGI, but there's like 1% there on a wide distance shot that shows. So we're more reference for the character. Right. Yeah, that's how I got into the industry, man. And they liked me, so they kept on getting the parts for other things.
Brilliant. So I mean, within that first movie, that first role, Were you nervous? And do you still have nerves now compared to then?
Well, physically, mate, I was very, 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 very confident. You know, Big Spen at 30, 33.
Yeah.
I was a kid on set that hasn't come from drama school and things like that, so it probably showed. I was always messing about and having a laugh. You know, I was giving box lessons to Marnie, Ron, and Rupert. Told the directors, you know, you're turning the biggest movie set in the world into a kickboxing class. You know, we had a lot of fun. You know what I mean? It was good, and it was a good laugh, man. Me, myself, and Alan Rickman and the crew and some cast were singing "Happy Birthday" to Daniel on his 14th birthday, man. Do you know what I mean? Such a beautiful kid. And now he's, you know, very, very established professional actor, but he's still very grounded and he's a lovely guy. And we've worked together, you know, since on Victor Frankenstein, where I play Prometheus and Nathaniel, the strongman in the circus. So it was great to work with Dan again.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that. So, what was it like to work with him again after such a long time, and he's matured into this other person, this other actor? Did he still seem the same? Was it just like old days, or was it like very different?
Yeah, no, Dan hasn't changed, man. You know, obviously grown up into an adult, but yeah, no, he's still very grounded, beautiful soul. You know, he doesn't need to prove anything, does he? He's done his hard work, and he's just a lovely guy, man. Lovely guy. I know everything happens in 3, so maybe I'll catch up with him again one day in the future. But yeah, I really like Dan. You know, it'd be good to see.
Yeah.
It'd be good to bump into Amani, Emma Watson one day. I'd love to bump into her one day and maybe work with her. That'd be cool. And on the other cast. So yeah, but it was a great start to my movie career. You know, to be straight in at the deep end with the big guys. You know, and having a go. And it wasn't. I didn't find it. I wasn't nervous at all. I found when I had dialogue and stuff, I used to get nervous, but I've overcome that now. You know, I turn them nerves into positivity. You know, and play with it. You know, so it's great. But monsters, I've got the monsters down, man. They're fun. You know.
Yeah. So, is there a specific skill set you need to play these monsters? I mean, obviously you've got the physicality, but
sorry, can you say that again?
Just going to say,
it's a really bad line here, guys.
Is it? Is there a specific skill set you need to play a monster? Paddy, do you want to ask that question?
Right. Is there a specific skill? Is there a specific skill I need on set?
To play monsters.
Just this.
Especially with the CGI and all that. You know.
To become the character, it's sort of I'm an open gateway to the dark side as such. You know, I give the character spirit, a living spirit and soul. You know, so it's not Spencer. I'm in a way, I'm not acting. I become the character. Very strange, and they take over me as such. You know, so it is what it is, man. When you go to these auditions in the beginning, and the casting agents, they don't know what they want until they see it. You know, and then as soon as that performer's come into the room and he's turned into that character, they're like, oh, there he is. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, he's a bit like that one. It's not. It clicks. He's there. You know what I mean? So if it's got your name over it, you're going to portray it.
And I think I seem to remember that you've had some incidents on set where like you're being that character and then you've totally scared people. Didn't you didn't you terrify a makeup lady or something on the Wolfman? I forget what the story was now. I remember you telling me a few years ago.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, obviously we all know the Wolfman, and it's, you know, it's amazing Universal remake 2010. And when I got to work with Rick Baker, the test makeup was for 11 hours. Right, 11 hours I sat on the seat, but it felt like 3 hours because I was really enjoying working. I was really enjoying working with Rick and Dave Elsey and stuff like that. But Rick was in that room with me, with just me and him, and he was just working his magic, man. And it was just, I was staring in the mirror. I got it twice to go to the loo. I was just enjoying the experience, you know, and the moment with such a living legend as Rick Baker. And but they, at the end of the makeup, when they put the big tick on it, they invited, because it was like 40 crew in the creature department working on that suit, you know. So they brought everybody in the room. There's the Wolfman, that's him. He's had to tick off, show and tell to the director, and but they wanted to celebrate. You know, it's a big thing to work on the Wolfman. We were all there and on a moment working on the Wolfman. I was playing the character, and then we were all the creature people designing it. Rick's magic, and so there was 40 people in that room. And Rick, when I go into the mode of the Wolfman, he's a predator, you know. So he's feeding on fear, and Rick goes, "What you feeling?" And I was in the character, but I whispered in his ears, "I'm feeling there's a girl in the back. She's a little Spanish girl, if I remember correctly. Can't remember her name." And she was like tenfold back, you know, and she was hiding. She was hiding behind one of the guys. And Rick goes, as Rick Baker does, you know, he goes, "Go and get her." So I just went into Wolfman, and I just after, and honestly, this girl, poor girl, I'm sure she had to. She must have gone to the loo after me chasing her that way. So I was chasing her down the corridors. I was chasing her down Palmer Studios, around her, everywhere. And the poor girl didn't come back to set for 3 days. She messed her up. But Rick he goes, if you're doing this off camera, you know, imagine when we put all the magic to it. Do you know what I mean? The sound, everything else that goes with movie magic. So it was a big tick, and I loved the film, you know. I really did love the film. And, you know, whenever the Wolfman came out, or the werewolf, you're on your seat. You know, you're like on the front of your seat going, "Whoa, God," you know. It's a great feeling. The Wolfman, me and the Wolfman, we got on very well. You know, vigorous hours, we're doing 21 back-to-back sometimes, you know. 5-hour makeups and stuff like that. Going in the makeup chair 1:30 a.m., getting on set for like 7, you know. And then you were getting out of makeup at 11 at night. You know, but it's the only way they could have got through that film, because it was so much going on, and I was the Wolfman, you know what I mean? So I was getting it all, but I loved it. You know, the character had a lot of energy. So when I was flaking out, the energy, the Wolfman energy used to pick me straight back up again. So it's great.
Fantastic.
So would the first sci-fi thing that you worked on have been Doctor Who then? Sci-fi wise, would that be the first thing, Doctor Who?
Was that the first sci-fi?
Yeah.
The sci-fi, this is the first, let me just think there now.
Doctor Who.
The first sci-fi for Doctor Who. Yeah, I'm just trying to think there now. If I worked on a sci-fi before then. Well, no, Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy is sci-fi, right?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Comedy sci-fi, yeah.
So, yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy was the first. So I played the Vogon Soldier #1. If you remember that film, I was the guy that chucked him into the chamber, resistance is futile, saying that, rolling them down into the like a big, like, I don't know, crate as such. That I was the Vogon Soldier that rolled over the bush when they were at Arthur's house and things like that. And, you know, I was doing all the close-up stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It looked like a really heavy costume, that.
So, yeah. But, yeah, on Doctor Who, it was a heavy costume, but it was fun, man. I was a very, very fit guy, and I was deep into the pro boxing and kickboxing back then as well, because I was still active, fighting still. So there was like 20 Vogons in the beginning, but it was like 20 Vogons sitting on the wall. If one falls off, there's 19. You know, and it went straight through. I think I was the only. I was the only last one standing at the end. I think. You know, good fun though, man. Good fun.
Yeah. So what came after? So you've done Doctor Who. What was that like? Working on Doctor Who series, was that good fun?
Doctor Who was amazing, man. I've been a fan of the Doctor. I was the kid that was hiding behind the sofa, holding the cushion at like 5 or 6. But you had to watch it, you know. But Doctor Who then was really scary, man. Them dark was scary, you know. But you had to watch, and it's great now. It's come back right round a big circle, and they've got scary again. You know, the last character I played, the Dregs. You know, I don't know if you've seen that the Orphan series on Doctor Who. You know, that's the fourth character I've played for Doctor Who now, and I love the Doctor Who family. They're beautiful me, and I always give them 100%. on local in Tenerife, up in the mountains, and right up in the mountains are very volcanic. So it gives you that feeling that you're on like Mars or something.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it wasn't. It wasn't Mars. It was planet Earth, and it because of all the way the humans messed up the world. You know, the air. We messed up the pollution. We messed it up, man. The way we're going. So the humans turned into dregs, right? And they didn't breathe in oxygen. They breathed in carbon dioxide like a tree does, and gives out oxygen. You know. But to play the character, he gave me that feeling that they were in constant pain because they're breathing in that, they're breathing it in. So you could feel it and see it through the bodies of these dregs, the pain they were in. You know what I mean? But they just wanted to. They'd gone back to caveman's days. You know, they just wanted to eat anyone else, human. Let's eat them. You know what I mean? So it's a great story though. Great storyline. It was great. Loved it.
Nice.
And it's the first time I've been given the credit as the movement as well. Because they had some special extras performers in the UK and over in Tenerife. The Tenerife boys, they couldn't speak English too well, so I was scared. It was good because I was showing them the body movement anyway. But I only had like a day to work with the guys, so I'm not too bad at doing things like that. Is teaching people, especially from the martial arts days. I've trained lots of people with movements and stuff like that. So it's just kicked in as well. I can't give them the soul of the character, but I can show them the movements, and then it's down to the performer to do that themselves.
Yeah.
So I just talk to them away, try to get them into that zone, and the rest becomes the magic. You know, they create themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. So I was going to mention, so in more sci-fi, you worked on Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1. You were the big blue bastard. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I was. Yeah, well, like I say, I wasn't too much of a hot reader in the beginning. So I used to look at comic books, and so I looked at the pictures and I didn't read. You know, I didn't read. So I knew I was working on a show called Guardians of the Galaxy, and my scene was with a guy called Star-Lord. You know, they're very secretive with the scripts. That's when I started to feel the secrecy of the films, where the actor wasn't given the whole of the script. They were just given their scenes. They didn't want any leakage going out, you know. Not that I'd do that anyway. I'm professional. I would keep it secret, you know. So I remember going to the premiere with my mum, and I said to my mum, I said, "Hey, mum, you know, I'm in a film called Guardians of the Galaxy. It's only a 1-minute scene. A guy called Star-Lord, and I nick his Walkman, and then he comes back and whacks me over the head and takes it back." She goes, "All right, son, you're in another film. It's all good." I said, "Okay, cool." So the opening scene, it was so powerful, very cleverly made, that film, because it was his mum, the kid's mum, dying of cancer, man, and we're all affected by that. Every family is affected by that. They know somebody or a family member's passed, like myself. You know, we've got family members that have passed. So, and then as soon as that come on, and then I seen him with his Walkman, I went like, ding, the light bulb went off me, and I went straight to my mum. I said, "Yeah, mum, it's only a minute scene, but it's gonna be a good one." And then the film, it was brilliant. It was so amazingly made, and it was great to work with James Gunn. Yeah, and it was a great crew and cast, man. It was a good job, you know. And I got to do some behind the scenes special features as well with the Mean Guard dancing through the prison and stuff that you can see on the special features.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Was that an improv thing?
I was originally supposed to. That was what?
Was that an improv thing when you start dancing? Was that improvised?
Didn't hear that, mate. Sound's gone.
Okay. The dancing bit as the big blue bastard, was that improvised?
The dance?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, James Gunn came up to the trailer, and they were like half an hour before going into overtime. And once a production that size goes into overtime, it's not just the people on set. You know, it's the whole production goes into overtime. It costs the production of money. Said to me, "Do you think you could do a little scene? Or you'd be mean? Do you think you can do that?" I said, "Yeah, no problem. Half an hour, no problem. We got that." So I did it. We did the little dance, and everybody laughed on set. It was brilliant. And James Gunn goes, "Hey man, that was great, but it was too good. Do you think you can dance like an alien?" I said, "Listen, you've employed an alien, you've got an alien." So yeah, so we did that off the cuff, man, and we had half an hour to do it, and we got it, you know. And it was a very, very, very funny scene. And when I come off set, I got in with my driver who was going to take me back to my hotel, and James Gunn jumped in front of the car almost. He said, "Stop, stop!" So he pulled me out the car and he goes, "Spen, I've got a thing going on with Play-Doh. You know Play-Doh, right?"
Yeah.
And he passed me this tub of Play-Doh. And he goes, there's a tub of Play-Doh. I said, "What's that for?" I thought he was taking the pee. You know what I mean? And he goes, "No, and this is a huge production. We've got over 2,000 people on this production. And I've give out only a handful of these to somebody who's done it. It could be the cleaner. It could be the guy behind the camera. It could be an actor on set. One who's done an exceptional, brilliant job of that day."
Yeah.
And I'm giving it out.
Get
And
some
I would
Play-Doh.
like to give you this. And it was so, you know, I've still got it in the house somewhere. And I went, "Okay." I thought, "Guy, man, that's nothing. That's nuts. That's not happened to me before."
No.
So, yeah.
So all this has obviously led, yeah. All your career has led to the biggest villain.
You know what? You know, when I auditioned for that part, the Blue Guard, that wasn't the original character they wanted me to play. They wanted me to play. Do you remember the scene where he goes, "Take it down to the showers. It'll be easier to clean the blood down there"? That's the character they wanted me to audition for. Then something's clicked in the works and said, "No, we wanted to play the mean guard instead." Yeah.
Cool. That's
there you go.
Excellent twist of fate.
Yeah. So all this, of course, led.
You know, I'm a great believer in fate.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just moving it on, Spen, to all this, of course, as Matt was just about to say, led on to Darth Vader. So how did the audition for that first come about?
Right. Okay. A lot of people out there know this story now. But,
yeah.
So my agent calls me up, and we all know, especially all the fans, they know Star Wars taking place, and Darth Vader is rumored to be coming back. You know, but it's just a rumor. So when I got the audition, Joe, my agent at Morello Cherry Actors Agency, Darren and Joe, they said, "Listen, we've got a self-tape come in. Can you come up to the workshop?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." I said, "What's it for, Joe?" And he goes, "We don't know." "What do you mean you don't know?" "We don't know. They won't tell us." I went, "No, well, that's a bit weird, isn't it, Joe?" "All right, okay, I'll be up there tomorrow." So we got up there, and they passed us a script. And apparently this guy had great authority. So he's one of the chiefs or whatever, great authority on one of the ships. But they still wouldn't tell us what the production was. But they blanked out the name, and they just give us a script. So I'm reading through it and blah, 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 blah. But I did have an inkling it was Star Wars. I just had a feeling. Anyway, we got a second call back. So I went back up to the workshop a few days later. And now they've released, "Yeah, it's Star Wars." I went, "Yeah, I knew it. Brilliant, great." So, but they still wouldn't release who we were auditioning for, you know, for the character. So I was reading it and I was saying to Joe, said, "Joe, this is Darth Vader, man." And he goes, no, it isn't." I said, "Joe, I'm telling you, this is Darth Vader." He goes, "Why are you saying that?" I said, "Because every time at the end of the line, he's going..." Anyway, I thought it was funny. But anyway, so that, yeah, so that's it. And then we got the final audition up at Pinewood Studios, and that was the tick or the cross. And luckily we got the tick, and we tried. The suit was there. We got to go right into character, and the rest is history, mate. Yeah, I mean, Dan played the part, and the fans liked what we did. Yeah, long live
Vader. Brilliant. Woo.
It was terrific. I mean,
Yeah.
what was it like to get the costume fitting to start with? I mean, that must have been the thing where you're just like, oh my god, I'm Darth Vader. I've got the outfit on and everything.
Yeah. That initial feeling of
Mate,
wearing the
listen.
suit.
Yeah, listen, right. I knew this character, how powerful this character was, and I knew he was going to change my life a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And he's one of the most powerfulest presents I've had the pleasure of feeling. You know, because you don't just turn Vader on. He like you say, the presence and the spirit. There's a real Darth Vader out there, guys. Trust me. And he takes over the actor, and he uses the actor to portray, come out. And so when we got to the audition at Pam's Pants, you know, there was the boots. And I was like, oh my, you know, you're not looking at it like a costume. You're looking at it like the mother ship. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa. And it literally was, if they didn't put my measurements there, it was literally if the slipper fitted. You know what I mean? They put the boots on, and they fitted like a gem. As soon as I chop my toes off now, really. But they did fit, and it was amazing to have all the suit on, man. It was just you were at one with Vader. Then you become the character, and it's just like,
yeah.
You know, you guys are die-hard Star Wars fans. Imagine putting the suit on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm a short ass, so I wouldn't be able to pull it off because I'm too short. But but when you had the suit on,
movie magic, you never know.
Movie magic, yeah. When you had the suit on, did you find yourself doing the voice and the breathing and all that?
Well, the character, when the character comes to, I know it's always going to be the legend, the living legend, James Earl Jones, right? That does the voice.
Yeah.
But when I got onto the character, the voice came through the character with me. So there was a Vader voice that came through with me. And obviously, it's better for the other actor to interact with you as Vader, not the guy trying to put the voice on and putting the movement in. The Vader was in the room. Do you know what I mean? So there's there's a dialogue. I haven't done the voice for a long time, but they give you additional dialogue, right? And there's a scene there when Krennic meets Darth Vader for the first time. He walks with the steam. And he comes in, he goes, Director Krennic. You know what I mean? He gives it all out and he goes, don't be too sure that the Emperor is as impressed with you as you are with yourself. Director, reckless is not a... You know, and he went on like that. Do you know what I mean? But he really comes through. So when you got the lid on, man, I was, at the beginning, I was going, and he goes, Ben, it's okay, we'll put the breathing in later. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was unbelievable. It was funny.
Yeah.
You would have done the same thing. You would have done the same thing.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely, 100%.
But I was joking out Krennic. Oh, I had him good. I had that Krennic good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn, what was he like to work with? Was he a good laugh? Ben Mendelsohn, was he a good laugh to work with?
Yeah, he's a very serious character. He's in his kid. You know, we didn't go out for beers and stuff. I worked with Director Krennic. And he went with Vader, and that was it. Where it was very, it was just, you know, there wasn't much messing about going on set. Too much seriousness there, you know.
It was a serious scene,
right, man. And Rogue One for sure. I feel the Rogue One's the best one out of the new ones. Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
It's very strong.
Yeah,
there you go.
I agree. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
And so obviously there was a few changes from what happened initially when it was filmed to when it came out. Like there was a few deleted scenes and stuff. Have you got memories of some of the stuff you did as Vader that then didn't end up in the film?
Well, I think, mate, listen, the deleted scene, there was, I did several scenes. There was I can't really tell you too much about a deleted scene because they may bring it back. You just don't know. But they brought the end scene in where Darth Vader does his thing. Dan did that. He's the sword master man. He's the man. Daniel LaPruce. I did the other scenes of the promotional work for it. But there was a couple of scenes that did get deleted, but I can't tell you about them because I'd be breaking regulation. You know, I can't tell you about them. They may bring them back. You never know.
They might, yeah.
But you know, a lot of things get shortened and edited and stuff. But the fans were happy with what me and Dan did. I think that
Absolutely.
everybody was happy and the producers were happy. So that's the way it is, man.
It's terrific. I mean, I know we were speaking. Me and Andy were speaking about your scenes. I think it was last week or so, and we were saying that when you walk down the ramp in that scene with Krennic, you had the Dave Prowse walk there nailed. I mean, did you study Prowse to get it? I mean, it was spot on.
It wouldn't say. This is the strange thing about it, right? Paul Casey did the movements with us, right? The character was there, but obviously you've got Darth Vader has got a certain walk. Darth Vader has nobody that is playing him. Darth Vader, he's the one character and he uses his actors to play him. I hope I don't upset anybody's there, but Darth Vader has a movement, man. Yeah, and that's it. Obviously, Dave Prowse is the movement in there, but it's Darth Vader. So you had to get not Dave's walk, you had to get Darth Vader's walk completely spot on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you brought a new different Vader on set. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I think I've spoke to Dave a couple of times, man, and he was really happy what we did because, Dave's the man. Dave's number one, man. Do you know what I mean? Dave Prowse is number one. I feel that. I'm a fan of Dave, and I hope he's well.
Yeah.
And but yeah.
Yeah. So do
I. And right at the beginning, you know what the hardest thing for me to do, because the rumor was out for a year before even the show come out. Somebody's spoken set or somebody's leaked something, like the Spencer Wilder's reading on Vader and doing whatever on set. And I remember Dave speaking to me about a month or so, two months before the release. He goes, "Oh, congratulations on Twitter." He messaged me from Twitter. He said, "Congratulations on landing the role." And same with Chewbacca. He congratulated me, and I had to say to them both, "I'm sorry, I can't confirm or deny that I'm playing the character." And I was like, rip my heart out, man. I wanted to inbox him on the quiet, but I couldn't because I'd signed the paper, mate. And once you've signed the confidentiality, man, that's it.
Yeah.
It's me. I'll never work again. Why do I do that? It's a pleasure for the Emperor to ask me to play that character, and I'm thank you very much. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, understandable.
So we did have a comment question come in here as well.
Yeah.
Can you see that on the screen? So during Rogue One, did they play the Darth Vader music on set when you walked towards Ben Mendelsohn?
No, it didn't. But I'm playing it.
It was in here.
No, that's movie magic that gets put in later on in post.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? He's a scary dude, Darth Vader, man. When he walks on set, I'm the closest. Must have been going over 7 foot when the helmet on and lid. And when he comes on with that presence, man, you know when he's on set. You just, I feel his presence. So I'm inside his ship, and it's just like, wow, what a powerful production.
It is the most famous movie villain.
Production.
Yeah. Is there any more questions, Paddy?
It's amazing, And this is, after us three. Hey?
Sorry, carry on, Spencer. Carry on.
You, mate. What did you say?
Carry on.
Yeah. After us three are gone, Star Wars is going to live on forever. You know what I mean? And it's great. The new crop is coming through. All the kids are getting into it now. It's just magical. It's such a special. It's like Star Wars. It's like Star Trek and Doctor Who's and the Game of Thrones. That's not so much the Game of Thrones. I think that's stopped now. But the Doctor Who's, they'll keep on going, man. It's magic.
They'll keep on going. Yeah. New writers will come and go. Yeah, you're right there.
I'm supposed to finish off, Spen. You've got to play the greatest villain of all time. Is there anything else that you want to do? Is there any other character you'd like to play?
I'm gutted. The sound's not great, man. I'm sorry about the sound, man. It's a shame it's not so clear.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
I'd like to play.
Yeah.
I would like to portray whatever comes next. because every character that I land is a blessing, you know.
Yeah.
It is, and I've done almost 50 characters, man, and I'll never take it for granted, man. And if the ride stops tomorrow, I'll still thank the gods in the industry that thank you very much for this ride and to allow me to live my dreams. And I'll always talk to the kids out there, just try and do well in school. And if you have a dream like this, you know, any dream is any dream. You might want to be the best bricklayer or the best, you know, person that builds houses, you know, whatever. But every dream is special. So, but you need to do well in school to get a good job to fuel
Absolutely
the dream, to go and get it. And just never give up, kids. Never give up. You keep on following them dreams, man.
That's a good message.
Good message. Thanks very much, Ben. Thanks for joining us tonight. Very kind of you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, and I'm sure I can speak for Star Wars fans all around the world.
Out there, kids.
Yeah, we hope to see you again in the suit at some stage.
Hey, kids, go hey!
It's Luna's here to see you now.
Hello.
Yeah, we hope to see you back in the suit then, Spen.
Brilliant.
One day.
All right, mate. Listen, guys, I love you guys, man, and I can't wait to see you again on the Comic-Con circuit. Yeah.
Top man.
Yes.
Good to see you. Love you too, man. Take care.
We'll catch up with you again sometime.
And listen. Before I go, don't underestimate the power of the dark side.
Nice one, man.
Brilliant.
See you soon. Take care.
See you later, boys.
All the best.
See you later, Ben.
Do as you're told.
May the force be with you.
Be careful crossing the road.
Yeah. Good on you.
Cool, man.
Brilliant.
What a top guy.
What a top dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much, Spen. Right, so well, we didn't run out of time chatting there anyway. I think we've got
no.
Maybe about 10 minutes left.
It was a shame about the sound, but we got through it, and yeah.
We did. I think it was possibly an issue with just the signal where he is. I think Spen's out in the sticks a little bit, so it's just like an issue problem that unfortunately we couldn't do anything about from our end, because as you can see, we've kind of, it's okay. There's no delay here. Yeah. Despite us being in this, being in the sticks, we've stuck it into a big plug thing or whatever, haven't we? So we can get away with it. So, so I think where we're up to now, I think we could probably cover a little bit of maybe one piece of news. You think before we get out of here? What was do we want to talk about the TV show, or do we want to talk about? Yeah, let's talk about that TV show.
We'll talk about that TV show. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's talk about the TV show. So let's do that. Hang on a second. We need to do. Blah, blah. Okay. So this is actually from StarWars.com. Jedi Temple Challenge to debut on June 3rd. So that's not far off, is it? Star Wars Jedi Temple Challenge, the new game show set in a galaxy far, far away, will arrive very soon. Premiering with 2 full episodes on June 3rd, 2020. The weekly series tests young Padawan's strength, knowledge, and bravery in a series of trials designed to discover who is capable of becoming a Jedi Knight. 10-episode series will debut on StarWarsKids.com and the official Star Wars Kids YouTube.
YouTube, not Disney Plus, which I find strange.
Yeah. I think that's positive.
Yeah.
Because, well, the kids aren't going to have to force the parents to pay for it.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
If the parents can't afford the old Disney Plus, then the kids are going to get to watch it, aren't they? So that's
true.
a good thing.
Yes.
And kids are on YouTube, aren't they? They're on there.
Yeah.
Even Luna's on it.
Yeah, my daughter's going to love it. She will love it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and this makes sense with some of the things that we've gone through with like the settings on YouTube and stuff. We have to put that it is for children or it's not for children, don't you know, when you upload something.
Yes.
So it all feeds into that, doesn't it, really? I mean, I watched hang on, what's it? Star Wars Kids. That's also going to hosts what Galaxy of Adventures and Clone Wars as well. It says.
Okay.
So have you watched the train? Have you watched the trailer for it?
I haven't yet. No, I haven't had a chance, but yeah, I read a little bit about it.
Okay.
We got. I'm at. Jar Jar Binks is the host.
Jar Jar Binks returns to the Star Wars universe. Well, technically, because he's not. It's not Jar Jar Binks.
It's not Jar Jar Binks per se, but yeah.
It's Ahmed Best, and he's kind of dressed as a Jedi, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. It looks a bit like Star Wars crossed with the Crystal Maze, as someone put it on Facebook today.
Yeah, which or
kids
or Nightmare or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I watched the trailer. It looks pretty cheesy, but you would expect it to be cheesy, and it's for kids. So
yeah.
I don't think we can really pick it apart too much. I think it'll be a good thing.
Yeah. It's interactive. It's kids can join in with it. So
yeah,
it's a good thing.
Kids as close as they can be being part of the Star Wars universe, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
So who are we to argue with that? So that'll be coming out June 3rd. It's just a little quote here as well. With so many children and families home and looking to Star Wars for hope and entertainment, we wanted to make Jedi Temple Challenge available to as many young fans as possible by airing the series on Star Wars Kids Network for everyone to enjoy. So there you go. I mean, the other thing is that hang on. Let's just do the cast here. So Ahmed Best, known to many fans as Jar Jar Binks, hosts the show as Master Kelleran Beck. So that's who he is.
So he's like a Jedi Master.
Yeah, he's a Jedi Master. Best guides players through 3 rounds of trials as they vie to become Jedi Knights and wield the iconic symbol of the Guardians of Peace and Justice, the lightsaber. Accompanying Best is Mary Holland, Veep, Upright Citizens Brigade, who voices the wisecracking protocol droid companion AD3, and Sam Witwer, who gives a unique voice to the dark side of the Force. Witwer recently reprised his role as the voice of Darth Maul in the critically acclaimed final season of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, and he's done the Emperor as well, hasn't he? So
yeah, does that mean that Darth's going to make an appearance?
So this TV show is set during the Imperial timeline. Sounds like it.
I assume so. Yeah, I mean they didn't really say specifically what period it was, but sounds like it could be. Yeah,
no, that's a good thing. That's a bonus.
That is a bonus. So fair enough. What else have we got here? How about the stuff about the High Republic thing?
Oh yeah, that's been delayed, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I remember us covering this news when they talked about releasing it, and we were kind of a bit like, "Oh, hang on a minute. This is the one where it showed the writing room, wasn't it?"
That's the one. You had space dinosaurs. Not dinosaurs in Star Wars.
Dinosaurs. That's right, oh, Jurassic Park. Yeah,
just a bottle opener.
Wasn't that the bit where it was like it showed the board behind them, and it was like,
yeah, it was
like towards the bottom.
Yeah, dinosaurs and more dinosaurs and no war, no can't have war in Star Wars.
Well, that's right. They said no war. Yeah,
something like that. No, diversity. Lots of diversity, which I'm assuming they mean lots of aliens. Right?
yeah, diverse aliens.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, when they first issued it and they said all that, I mean, I thought, surely this is a new series or whatever, but it's like comic books or something, isn't it?
Just comic books and books. I mean, it's something that doesn't float my boat personally. I get it. There's a lot of fans out there that are probably really looking forward to it and probably enjoy it, but I don't think I'll be diving into that personally.
Yeah, well, judging by the writing thing, like you said, as we've covered previously, it didn't bode too well. But basically, what they've said here, and this is quite interesting because there's 2 pieces of news we've actually read from StarWars.com, which we really do actually, to be honest. It's usually from other places, but it says Lucasfilm have confirmed new dates for the launch of Star Wars: The High Republic due to General marketplace delays. Both Charles Sewell's adult novel, Star Wars The High Republic Light of the Jedi, and Justina Ireland's middle grade novel, Star Wars The High Republic A Test of Courage, will both now release on January the 1st, 2021. Claudia Gray's young adult novel, Star Wars The High Republic Into the Dark, has moved to a new release date of February 2nd, 2021.
Right.
New release dates for Marvel's, it's Marvel, Star Wars The High Republic series and IDW Publishing's Star Wars The High Republic Adventure series will be announced at a later time. Star Wars The High Republic is set in an era when the Galactic Republic and the Jedi Order are at their zenith, roughly 200 years before the events of Star Wars The Phantom Menace. This period on the Star Wars timeline will not overlap any filmed or planned Star Wars movies or series, giving creators a blank canvas and a vast amount of creative room. There will be new worlds, new foes, new heroes, new adventures. Lucasfilm Publishing, blah, 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 blah. Do we want to hear from Michael Siglian, creative director of Lucasfilm? Always in motion is the future. That quote from Yoda is just as relevant today as it was when The Empire Strikes Back was released 40 years ago. And while it applies to the uncertainty of the future, it also applies to Star Wars The High Republic. So there you go. If you would like to read his letter, you can find it on starwars.com. I mean, the thing for me, and it's something that we keep going back to as things that fans would like to see. You know, everyone wants to see the kind of Jedis in their zenith, that something around that, don't you?
Yeah.
Or perhaps
to me, the what they've shown so far about this new era, nothing excites me about it. Obviously, there's not going to be any Sith in that timeline because it's only a couple of hundred years before the Phantom Menace. So the Sith were long gone prior to that.
Yeah. So who's the villain's going to be?
It just looks boring. It just looks boring to me personally. I'm just not feeling it. You know.
Yeah, but so that's the thing. I mean, maybe it wouldn't have made a more exciting film. I mean, that was where I was going to go. If they were going to do it as a film, or a live action series, would that have been more exciting?
I don't know. I mean,
or even as an animated. Maybe
they're just throwing things out there, testing the water, seeing what could be made into movies later on. I don't know.
Maybe
if it's successful, then maybe they will eventually make movies out of it. I mean, it could be great. I don't know. I mean, I can't really judge when something's not actually out yet. But what they've released so far doesn't excite me. So, you know, fingers crossed. Maybe they'll use this time to try and promote it a bit better and give you a better idea of what it's all about.
Find some writers.
Yeah, but I think you find some writers, decent writers.
This writing thing.
I think they should go for something like take it right back. You know, the Sith Wars.
Yes, this is what we keep saying. You know, they need to go.
It is
right back there.
Yeah,
because
it should be. It's got to be Filoni who takes it right back there. That's You know, yeah.
I have to say, and I know that we started watching them at yours, and I think I had in my mind that we got through the first three. I definitely remember watching the first two episodes of Mando.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, and I think I nodded off while we were watching episode 3, didn't I? I think.
Yeah.
That was the one where you're like, Paddy, you're gonna have to go home.
Yeah.
Oh, it's when you got the new sofa. It's when you got the new recliner.
The new one.
In there, and I'm like, banged it back, and I was like, that was it, game over.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah. But I watched episode 3 this morning, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, it is. We're actually watching it again right now. I'm watching it with my daughter, and she loves it. Which is unusual because she's a 6-year-old, and she's never really been in. I've tried as a Star Wars dad. You know, I've tried getting her into it, and she's never been interested until now. And she's actually asking me, "Dad, can we watch The Mandalorian?" Yeah, of course we can. You know, and I says, "Why do you want to watch The Mandalorian? What is it? You know, is it the Mandalorian himself and all that cool armor? Is it the
Baby Yoda?
You know, it's Baby Yoda."
Well, the child.
The child.
Let's not do the media thing of calling it Baby Yoda. Let's just call it the child because it is the child.
Well, we'll see. You never know.
The species still hasn't been given a name either. I don't think.
No, it hasn't. No, that's right.
So it's just the child.
The child.
But that episode was badass. I enjoyed that. So I'm hoping to whack on episode 4 before bedtime.
Yeah.
But they definitely need to go. They need to go right back for the series.
Right back. I mean, how interesting would it be to see how the Jedi formed initially?
Yeah.
I mean, that the Jedi origin story.
Yeah.
Prior, before the first lightsabers, even maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
What came first, the lightsabers or space travel? Space travel, I'd say. Right?
Yeah. It's a bit chicken and egg, that one. Could go either way.
Yeah.
One to ponder until next week.
Yeah. Send your answers in on a postcard to.
Yes. Send your answers in on the back of a lightsaber. To clubstarwars.com. Oh, hang on. We've got a little comment in here. Here we go. Lads, have you seen episode 4 of The Making of The Mandalorian? It's a must-watch for the technology. Incredible.
Yes, I have. I watched it yesterday. Amazing. I couldn't get over it. They use a video wall, a massive video wall, and on the ceiling, and then they build a set inside. It's called a volume. Right. So they fill this volume of space with props and what have you. And then there's all these LED screens which form the back, and you can have a desert, you can have the inside of a hangar, you can have anything you want. And as the camera moves, it changes the video, right? On the video wall using parallax, which is like, you don't know what parallax is. It's when you're driving in a car and something moves slowly in the background compared to what's in the foreground.
That kind of thing.
But it's amazing, mate. This is the future of movie making. Not green screens anymore. Well, I'm sure they'll use green screens for some things, but LED video walls.
So the actor sees what's behind.
They see what's behind them. Yeah.
That's what's
so they're all in that space at the same time, reacting to what every actor can see.
Perfect. That's always the problem with green screen. That was the main problem with the prequels, wasn't it? For a lot of the actors, I think that's why it kind of seems a little bit clinical in some places, is because there was so much green screen. And
I don't even see in the episode where they're in a lava tunnel. They're on about.
Not there yet.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll just describe how they made that scene. I won't describe the actual story to you, but it's in the video volume space, right?
Right.
So they're all in this boat, floating on lava, so to speak. Obviously, you can't see that, but the tunnel's moving behind them. The walls of the tunnel and above them.
Right.
And one of the actors is saying, I do something for motion sickness. and I'm feeling it. I feel like we're actually moving down a river of lava.
Wow.
It's just, yeah. And you watch these episodes and you don't realize it's a video wall. It just looks real.
That's mental.
It looks real. Yeah.
Wow. Well,
the magic of the movies.
I'll delve into all that stuff once I've finished the run, and we'll do an episode on Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Once I've digested it all properly. I just didn't want to dive into it and get loads of spoilers. So, because episode 2 sounds like it could be pretty exciting. But that's about it, sir. I think we've wound it up there.
Yes, I do too. Yeah.
So thanks very much to Spencer Wilding, top man, really great guy, and we hope to catch up with him in person soon. In fact, we were going to be catching up with him, weren't we?
Well, yeah, it was this weekend, wasn't it? For Star Wars.
We were supposed to be catching up at Star Wars Thunder, but unfortunately, that's been postponed. But so we'll catch up with him in the autumn, I'm sure. Yeah, so that'll be fun. Just want to give a quick shout out to the guys over at the Star Wars Unlimited page on Facebook, who we've worked a little thing out with. So they're now sharing our posts and videos, and we're giving them a shout out. So join their group.
A massive shout out to all our members on Xbox as well. And if any of you are here tonight watching, or you're watching pre-recorded, thanks very much for all you do in the club.
Hello to everyone over there. There was another thing as well. What was the thing you told me about earlier on this week? And our subs were going up. Do we want to give them a shout out? Was it the Fandom Collective? Was it?
Oh yes, the Fandom Collective on Twitter. They've been sharing our videos and what's coming up. So yeah, big shout out to them.
Yeah,
over
thanks
on Twitter. So yeah, fantastic work.
Our subs on YouTube have been going up rather nicely.
Yeah,
thanks to them. So thanks for that, guys. For once. So by the way, it's last minute reminder to you all: if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet or liked us on Facebook, please do so. And,
please do so.
And yeah, we'll be here every week, pretty much. So until next week. Yeah, let's do it then. May the force be with you. All the best, everybody. Take care. Bye.
May the force be with you.
Bye.
Bye.